Welcome back, guys. We're going to carry on running some tests on this quality versus quantity test. So they've got 520 million worth of ships, and we've got 500. So 500 versus 520. So we're going to do it in reverse order this time, mainly because I can't be bothered to rebuild the ship. So we'll start off with the most expensive ship, and then we'll gradually make it cheaper and cheaper and have more of them. So without further ado, let's jump in. If you haven't seen the first lot of tests, I recommend going back and watching that first. Otherwise, we can just watch this one. So it looks like we're heading directly at them. I think I might go this way. Interestingly, we saw them first this time, so they're obviously not leading with the destroyer this time. Unfortunately, the AI's ability to actually control the ships, as well as their poor ship design, is really not making this an easy test to run. He's actually managed to fire off a torpedo, amazingly. So he actually landed a few torpedoes. Okay, so 1.2k damage on that one. So we're gonna reduce the size of the ship again. Take off the 2 extra guns. Right then. So we're gonna have to strip this back down to, I can't remember what it was, I think it might have been about 4. Yeah. There we go. We've got a huge 4-weight offset, unfortunately. So I think we're gonna have to move that forward slightly. Reduce a bit of this. There we go. Pretty much spot on. How much are we over? There we go. Sorted. Okay, so next test with minimum displacement and less armor. So we're coming in at 73.3. So we can have 7 ships this time. So we've got less armour, a couple less guns, and a couple more ships. So with the 2 more ships, we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 24 extra main guns, and then obviously a ridiculous amount of extra secondary guns. So if they were controlling them properly, they would have been able to easily get off the torpedoes before I killed them. Sadly, the AI weren't controlling them properly. They actually managed to fire some torpedoes that time. So we took considerably less damage this time round. With the smaller ship, we were a lot harder to hit. So we only took 100 damage instead of 2.7k. But they did still manage to fire off 2 volleys of torpedoes. And the first 2 ships probably should have fired off theirs as well. So what's the next thing? Dropping down the armor quality and the engine. Really, I should move all these just slightly forward to help with the weight offset, but I can't be bothered to tinker around. So I'm just going to move that forward instead. Okay, so now we are taking off some of the components. and we're practically at the right weight. So we've still kept on the anti-torpedo components, but we haven't got the citadel protection, the anti-flood, or the bulkheads. And we're now 54.3. So we can get 9.6. So if we take 10 and then give them an extra destroyer. Okay, let's see how we get on this one. So we've now got an extra. I think I might leave them side by side. I mean, I could put them on the back. Yeah, let's make it a proper battle line. So we've got an extra 3 ships now. So that's an extra 3, 12, 36 barrels of main gun. And the only real thing that we're losing out on is a bit of armour quality and anti-flood, critical protection, and bulkheads, which is mainly anti-fire. But we've got 36 extra barrels of main gun for the sake of that critical protection and a bit of armour. This is why I never try and organise them at the start. I just leave them following the lead ship, because they take forever to form up. Right, so we took slightly more damage. We took 400 instead of 100. But I don't think that forming up the ships at the start of the battle helped. So I'm going to start again, and this time I'm not going to bother forming any of the ships up. Well, they actually managed to fire off some torpedoes, amazingly. It's rather amusing. Oh dear. It doesn't help when the AI behaviour skews the results. The last time, they sailed to about here and then turned around. This time, they've actually sailed close enough to fire off the torpedoes, so that did not help the results, because 1,000 of that damage is from them 2 torpedoes. Oh dear. Well, we can see what the results are anyway, and take off that 1,000. So he's done 400 damage there with a shot. So there's definitely an argument to say that having the extra armor quality is potentially a better option to prevent penetrating shots as often. It doesn't it doesn't prevent them permanently, as we saw in the previous video. I was still getting penetrating shots. So we took approximately 800 damage So yeah, there's definitely a case to say that having extra armor quality on is a better option. Okay, so the final test was reducing the beam and taking off the torpedo protection. Okay, so we've got full weight offset now. Okay, let's see how we get on with this one. I just realised I didn't give myself the extra ships. So let's work out how many ships we need. So we need 12 ships this time. Take off that extra destroyer. Okay, so we've got another 8 turrets, so another 24 barrels. So once again, the AI is behaving differently, not sending their destroyers in at all this time. Oh dear. Well, I think the extra point defense from all them secondary guns definitely helped deal with this torpedo threat. But they did manage to fire off torpedoes this time. Interesting. So again, pretty inconclusive. We only took 100 points of damage, but they did manage to fire 2 torpedoes at us. But in terms of the gun battle, not including torpedoes, we definitely dealt with the enemy ships a lot quicker with the guns. The enemy capital ships, that is. It looks like the final one's running away. So yeah, pretty inconclusive really. The one thing that's a definite is displacement at max is a worse choice in both of these tests. And I'm not really sure about the armour and the torpedo protection. I think having some torpedo protection is probably a better choice. So if increasing your beam lowers your weight, so you've got more weight to spend, then I think putting it into torpedo protection is definitely a good idea. But other than that, the actual gun battles themselves, it was pretty inconclusive what the best option was in terms of putting the extra armour on. So in the next test, I'm going to be doing player designed ships and expensive versus cheap, and then I'll control each one and see what the results are there. So yeah, interesting. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. See you soon.